Stay sharp on the court with the all-new Wilson Blade Pro 100 V10. The newest member of the Blade family, the Blade Pro 100, is slicing through the competition. Endorsed by several WTA players, this racket features the thickest and firmest beam of the Blade family, providing a crisp and lively response. With unique specs, including a 16 by 20 string pattern and a slightly extended length of 27.25 inches and a 10.9 ounce strung weight, this racket is remarkably stable and controlled, yet also maneuverable. Technologies including Stable Feel Plus for stability, 45 layup construction, and direct connect for a more enhanced feel are all present in the frame. The specs of this Blade Pro 100 caught my eye. I've been really digging 16 by 20 string patterns recently, and combined that with the slightly lighter weight and the extended length really just felt like an interesting combination. So when I got on court, there was a bit of an adjustment period for everything between the length and the feel, but the more I hit with this racket, the more I enjoyed it. And by the end of the playtest, I was really loving it. I had to channel my inner WTA player as I found that the flatter and the faster I swung the racket, the better my results. And so from the baseline, I really felt I had great pace and great depth. I was looking at my Zenith data, and it is the average highest depth I've gotten from all the rackets I have play tested this year. I will note my consistency was down just a little bit, but I found when I came up to net, I was really impressed with it. The combination of stability and maneuverability. I really enjoyed playing doubles with this frame. I felt like I could be aggressive up at net and was really taking control of that net as a net player. Now, when it came to serves and returns, I definitely preferred to return with this racket. I was really finding a groove there, and whatever level I was playing against, even some of the players that hit some huge first serves, I felt that this racket stayed stable, and I was really able to be aggressive and do a lot with my return. There's a couple second serves that I kind of struggled with, so it wasn't my favorite racket to serve with. But if I had any negatives, it would be that I just couldn't maintain that level of fast swinging and flatness. It's just not my game style, but it's really fun to kind of play with that. And overall, I think players that are intermediate to advanced level, looking to take their game to the next level, should definitely check this one out.
I was really excited to try this Blade Pro 100 V10 because I've never gotten a hit with a Blade before, but I know that they are really popular, great rackets. And I have to say, I had a lot of fun with it. It honestly felt pretty similar to my racket of choice, which is the TF40, but a little bit punchier. I found my shots were a little deeper and faster with this racket, but with the trade-off of a little bit less spin and consistency. But all around, it was really a lot of fun to play with. I felt great on court with it, and will definitely be making it into my racket rotation.
I was excited to get my hands on this Blade Pro 100, and when I saw that the beam was thick as well as stiff, and it's slightly longer, and it has that 16 by 20 string pattern, check, check, check. Everything aligns with things that I like, so there's no secret here. This is my favorite blade in the Blade family currently, and I'm saying that a little cheeky as it does kind of stand out in the family if you're taking a look at it, but there's also no secret why there's so many WTA pros endorsing this racket as well. I would say this is an amazing platform racket. So for me, yes, it's a little light and the swing weight is a little low. Britt referenced how fast it swings in its natural form, but I would just beef it up a tiny bit, add a little bit of weight, beef up that swing weight, and I think I can still get the best of all worlds with this one. I found that it was super stable throughout the whole string bed. I was hitting much more power than compared to that Blade 16 by 19, especially on my serves. I just loved hitting with this racket. The feel like contact was amazing. It's a really fun racket to hit with at net. It was really stable. I love the 16 by 20 string pattern. I think it really has something to offer, a little more power than those other blades, easy power as well. And I think it's gonna be a fun racket for me to keep playing with. I wanna try a lot of different string setups because I do think that it was pretty string sensitive. We had it strung mostly with ALU power the whole playtest, so I'm excited to get that out of here and try a few other options like Hyper G as well as some Toro line strings. All in all, I know a lot of people were thinking I should possibly switch that Ultra 99 Pro, but I would say this Blade 100 Pro is my favorite of the Wilson rackets at the moment, but I know we have more things coming this year.
This new Wilson Blade 100 Pro is very close to my heart because it reminded me of the racket I played with in college, which was the 100 Steam BLX. This racket reminds me of that in an amazing way, and I couldn't wait to get on court and try it. It is not often that I enjoy an extended racket, but this one felt amazing, and it wasn't really a big adjustment for me at all. I especially love this racket on the baseline. I thought I could take control very easy and very early on. I absolutely loved the amount of spin I was getting from this racket. The balls really popped nicely, and I'm a player who enjoys playing aggressive and controlling the rallies, especially with spin, and this racket really allowed me to do that. I was getting a great amount of power on my shots. Most of it was, I would say, controlled power, but at certain points, I did feel like the racket got a bit launchy on me. And because of this, I did have to dial my shots back in just a little bit. I also ended up going a bit higher in the string tension just to get a bit more control. But in the end, I think I would just like to customize the racket a bit more just to get a bit more controlled power for myself. But I also think it's also because lately I've been playing with heavier rackets where those rackets make me work a bit more to generate that power, where this one creates a bit more of the free power on its own. This new Blade 100 Pro feels very versatile, which I absolutely loved. As much as I love hitting spinny shots, I also like to sometimes mix it up and go for, a flatter shot or do my beloved touch shots, my drop shots, drop volleys. And this racket really allowed me to play my game and do those shots great as well. The overall response from this racket and the comfort level was absolutely amazing. I really enjoyed just how connected I felt to my shots. I especially felt like the ball was sitting nicely long, which I prefer on the string bed. So I really felt connected, and overall it's just a very, very comfortable racket. Even though this is an extended racket, it still felt really maneuverable, and I felt like I was able to bring the racket head around really fast. And I was also able to use kind of that flick of the wrist motion to reach for certain balls or make quick adjustments that I love. It felt very maneuverable. All in all, this is a super special racket, and I think it is an amazing addition to the Blade line. So you should really demo it because I think it's absolutely worth it. Thank you for watching. We strung up this Wilson Blade 100 Pro with Luxor level power at around 52 pounds. For more information on this racket or any others, please go check out Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.